and substance.
What happens when mercy becomes a mask for mayhem? When compassion once meant to shelter families becomes the very system shielding killers and predators? That was Chicago in 2025, where sanctuary meant silence and silence meant danger. Dawn over the South Loop broke red and cold police radios hissing as unmarked vans crawled through alleys once thought untouchable. On those streets, the federal government had drawn a quiet line. President Donald Trump's administration had authorized what officials called a corrective strike operation Midway Blitz. The mission reclaim a city that had turned its back on federal law. The story began years earlier when Chicago declared itself a sanctuary city, a symbolic stand against Washington's immigration enforcement. Politicians called it compassion, but beneath the rhetoric, a darker reality grew. Over 800 fugitives, murderers, child predators, and cartel-linked traffickers hid behind that shield. Their crimes spanned decades and continents. Reuters and BBC investigators later described how Illinois' 2021 law banning local cooperation with ICE created an enforcement dead zone. Federal alerts went unanswered. Detainers were ignored. A new class of criminal had learned to weaponize compassion itself. This wasn't a border crisis, it was an internal collapse. Federal officials traced dozens of these offenders to Venezuelan and Mexican networks operating in sanctuary zones, mirroring tactics seen in cartel strongholds south of the Rio Grande. Analysts from Jane's Defense Weekly noted the eerie resemblance between Chicago's situation and early urban insurgencies in South America, small cells using legal protection and political hesitation to expand territory. Globally, the warning echoed far beyond Illinois. In Europe, DW reports showed how similar sanctuary-style policies in parts of France and Germany created safe zones exploited by extremist groups. In the Middle East, Israel's security officials interviewed by The Guardian warned that blurred enforcement boundaries always invite infiltration. The enemy hides where law hesitates. Even in Asia, Al Jazeera compared it to China's domestic control model, where zones of tolerance quickly morph into power vacuums. The balance between freedom and security had tilted. What was once a moral question, how to treat undocumented families, had become a test of state sovereignty itself. America's global credibility hinged not just on defending borders abroad, but on maintaining order within. A sanctuary city that shielded predators signaled weakness, not virtue. The raid that dawn would expose more than criminals. It would expose the price of divided governance in the world's most powerful democracy. Could a nation survive when its own cities defied its laws in the name of morality?
This isn't just a burger. It's a Midwest master
of resistance. Later that night, hundreds gathered for a vigil outside the community church. Candles lined the sidewalk. Chants echoed, "Not one more deportation." Pilsen community marches after family detained mid-October, another raid. This time in Pilsen, one of Chicago's most vibrant artistic neighborhoods. ICE agents entered a two-story home around 5 a.m. looking for a father of 3. He had no criminal record. He was taken anyway. The next day, something remarkable happened. The entire community rose up. Artists, students, restaurant workers, even priests all came out marching together. Banners read, "Families belong together," and "Chicago stands strong." Local media captured powerful moments. children holding photos of their parents, teenagers holding signs that read, "We are not afraid." The march ended in silence outside the Pilsen.
See them. Inside those dim apartments, families froze in shock. They realized this wasn't a routine patrol. It was something much bigger. The opening move in what the government would call Operation Midway Blitz. A mission to take back a city that had been held hostage by crime for too long. Blue and red lights danced across narrow streets. Federal agents stormed door after door, their voices sharp, commanding. Federal warrant. Don't move. This was not immigration enforcement. This was Operation Midway Blitz. A coordinated crackdown ordered by the Department of Homeland Security after weeks of brutal crime spreading across the Midwest. For 2 relentless weeks, over 550 suspects were taken into custody. Men and women from Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador. Some were hardened criminals. Others had just crossed the border days before. By sunrise, the truth became clear. This was no simple immigration sweep. It was the first strike in a war to reclaim Chicago's streets. Would you back a raid like this to protect your own neighborhood? Type yes if you stand with law enforcement, or no if you think they've gone too far. When the raids ended, agents thought the job was done. But the real story was just beginning. Inside dozens of small homes across Chicago's South Side, investigators uncovered an arsenal straight out of a war zone. More than 180 pounds of methamphetamine, 62 kilos of cocaine, crates of handguns, shotguns, and AR-15 variants, each wrapped in plastic stamped with Mexican shipping codes. What started as an immigration sweep had just become a cartel battlefield. At the ICE command post near Midway Airport, evidence piled high, laptops still logged in, phones buzzing with unread messages, envelopes thick with cash. In one house, a fake wall hid money counters, passports, and a tablet streaming cartel messages in Spanish. The translation was chilling. Shipment confirmed. Payment cleared. Analysts traced the trail south, from Jalisco, Mexico, through Texas and Missouri, all the way to Chicago's industrial zones. The pattern was clear. The CJNG cartel had infiltrated the Midwest. Illegal migration wasn't just human movement anymore. It was camouflage, a smokescreen for money, drugs, and power. Within hours, Homeland Security raised the threat level to Code Amber. Federal strike teams were ordered to stand by. FBI cyber units began tracking burner phones across 3 states. On the digital map, 5 red dots started blinking. 5 targets. 5 strikes. The next move would decide everything. 03:42 a.m. Inside the ICE command center near Midway Airport, the room went still. Only the ticking clock and the hum of servers filled the air. 5 red markers blinked on the operations map. 5 targets, 5 teams. A single encrypted message flashed on the screen from Washington. All units, execute. Chicago slept under a thick curtain of fog. But in that fog, the strike had begun. ICE tactical units, DEA special ops, FBI hostage rescue, Chicago SWAT, all moved as one. Convoys of armored trucks rolled down soaked industrial roads near Cicero and Bridgeview. Engines roared, radios crackled. Above them, a DHS helicopter swept low, its infrared cameras painting glowing silhouettes across rooftops. At the first sight, agents lined up beside a steel door. Then, boom.
That is a published executive order that's in effect right now.
Or DHS officials somewhere laughing at this. Oh, and there we go. We see police rushing forward to grab some folks. Rushing forward, pushing folks to the ground. People collapsing onto the ground. People are forced back as they execute an arrest. Arresting someone from the crowd. Well, we're seeing people being pushed down, a lot of pushing, shoving. Police now taking people into custody.
You want to see what real independent journalism funded by the people for the people looks like?
You ever heard a story like this in America?
You're looking at it.
Congratulations for always being somewhere where...
Two core elements: desperation and systemic chaos. They view human beings not as people, but as disposable logistics assets. Their infiltration is not subtle, it is structural. They have engineered a shadow economy within American cities, hiding behind fake identities and legitimate businesses. ICE analysts...
State police are declaring this an unlawful assembly, saying that we are that all of the protesters out here are ordered to disperse, or they will be arrested. Police with that sign that says behind them, it says "Stay off street." That is generally when we see the state police get involved. Is as soon as the protester enters the street, they respond quite forcefully to move them out of the way. This is when protesters were supposed to disperse, and judging by how they had been leaving the area when police ordered them to out of the designated protest areas, they were content to do so. Really, the consternation with the crowd came when police asked them to disperse 20 minutes or more before that 6 o'clock curfew on protesting here in the village of Broadview. Yeah, concrete barricades. The rabbi is continuing to plead with people to get out of the street.
Officers, this is very confusing. There's an executive order that allows protests till 6 p.m. You have asked us to disperse. We do not understand the order. We don't know where to go. This is confusing. It's volatile. You're being aggressive. You're being inappropriate. You have not accurately explained why you're doing this. This could lead to violence because you're being aggressive. You have weapons and you're advancing on peaceful protesters. This is inappropriate. This is illegal. This is violating our First Amendment rights. We have the right to protest until 6 p.m. That's per the executive order of the mayor of Broadview. That is a published executive order that's in effect right now.
Now, holding firm there in the middle of the street. They're coming into contact with officers now who are pushing, shoving with the batons. Now the group being moved. What? Stay back. Yep. Yep, we're seeing people being pushed down, a lot of pushing, shoving. Police now taking people into custody.
Fucking pussies!
Police repeatedly yelling, "Get back, get back!" And now holding a steady line. Attempt to reform a little bit. Some things being thrown here. Again, officers advancing. Repeatedly shouting, "Move back, move back."
Get your microphone up there a little closer.
Let you listen in here on what is happening here near the interaction between police and protesters. See police shoving, pushing.
Fucking pussies!
This is the Illinois State Police. This is an unlawful assembly in violation of Illinois law. You are required to leave. If you do not leave the area within the next 30 seconds, you will be subjected to arrest. You may be subjected to chemical agents, pain compliance techniques, or other reasonable force to effect your arrest. Disperse the area and go home now.
Or DHS officials somewhere laughing at this. Oh, and there we go. We see police rushing forward to grab some folks. Rushing forward, pushing folks to the ground. People collapsing onto the ground. These people are forced back as they execute an arrest. Arresting someone from the crowd. More police extend their line here onto the grass in front of some, looks like an apartment building.
Disperse now, or you will be arrested.
Protesters moving here to link arms with one another. And this is the frustration that the protesters have repeatedly expressed.
City that never truly sleeps, now haunted by the echoes of boots on pavement. It's October 2025, and once again, immigration agents are back on the streets. From the south side to Little Village, ICE and CBP teams have returned in full force, raiding homes, workplaces, and even public spaces. People are scared to go to work. Mothers are keeping their kids home from school. And the city that was once a symbol of freedom is now gripped by silence and fear. This is not just news. This is a story of families torn apart, communities fighting back, and a city searching for justice. Tonight, we look back at a month that Chicago will never forget. Early October, Southside apartment raid turns violent. It started quietly, a Southside apartment building. 6 a.m., the sound of boots, radios, and shouts. ICE agents moved in fast, breaking down a door in search of a man they claimed was living under a false name. Neighbors watched from their windows as flashlights lit up the stairwell. Screams filled the hall. Inside, a young mother was dragged from her living room, crying, terrified, clutching her 2 children. Witnesses say officers pointed weapons, demanding IDs from everyone in the building. One man tried to record it. His phone was confiscated. By the time local police arrived, it was over. The mother was gone. The children were left behind, alone, crying on the steps. The footage of that morning spread across social media within hours.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face.
Neighbors like Ebony Watson says they ducked for cover as they heard several flashbangs go off.
They was terrified. The kids was crying, people was screaming. They looked very distraught. I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other.
They are leaving now.
Remember who you are. Where's your parents from, cuz? Where's your parents from? Where's your parents from? Where's your parents from? Children will never respect you. You'll never respect you. Remember, you'll never sleep again, motherfucker. You'll never sleep again. Your wife and children, you motherfuckers, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You'll never sleep again, you motherfucker. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck out of here. Fuck you. Fucking Now you're angry. Now you're angry. Motherfucker. That bothered you? Why did that bother you? Why did that bother you? Why did that bother you? I'm not listening to you. I am not listening to you. Do something about it.
You're supposed to be on our side. What the fuck?
It ain't worth it. He's on their side, bro. He ain't worth it. You're on their side. You're on their side. Thank you. You're on their side.
Oh, everybody.
Se pela. Se pela.
Get out of the road. That's all I'm asking is for you guys to get out of the road. Thank you. Thank you.
What happened? They tear gassed him?
Yeah. Got some tear gas. No, I'm good. Just got a little tear gas.
Like from the car? Or how?
Yes. Somebody did something and just sprayed out the.
While they were leaving from the car?
Yeah, from the car. They did it outside the car.
So they weren't like in. You didn't think they were in danger. They just did it.
They just did it from the car. Somebody else got tear sprayed too.
I hate to be annoying. What happened? What happened?
I was just following somebody.
What happened that resulted in this?
Somebody was talking to them, and then they might have hit the window. Like the officer sticked out his hand, and he sprayed him. So obviously the wind kind of got it towards my face. So.
She hates you, bro, just as much as she hates all of us. She's fucking racist.
It's on you. It's on you, bro.
Ve y bésale las nalgas a Trump, tu patrón, güey.
Get the fuck out of here!
We are in Cicero, Illinois. Gregory Bovino is here. I have several shots of him.
Right here! You right here!
You think other people don't belong here?
Get the fuck out of here!
To do what? To protect the street? Let her walk where she wants to fucking walk, man! What's your name? Bro? You guys are so brave! What's your fucking name? You ain't Mexican, bro! Come on! Motherfuckers! They are leaving now.
tried to go over the barrier, and they were like, we're not actually here to enforce any curfews at all. That's a Broadview issue, but I think Broadview's right there.
Children will never respect you. You'll never respect you. Remember these motherfuckers. You'll never sleep again, motherfucker. You'll never sleep again. Your wife and children, you motherfuckers, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You'll never sleep again, you motherfucker. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck out of here. Fucking Now you're angry. Now you're angry. Motherfucker. That bothering you? Why did that bother you? Why did that bother you? Why did that bother you? I'm not listening to you, bro. I am not listening to you. Do something about it. Be on our side. You're supposed to be on our side. What the fuck? It ain't worth it. He's on their side, bro. He ain't worth it. You're on their side. You're on their side. Thank you. You're on their side. Oh, everybody. Se pela. Get out of the road. That's all I'm asking is for you guys to get out of the road. Thank you. Thank you.
What happened?
Eddie's good?
They tear gassed him?
Yeah. He's got some tear gas. No, I'm good. Just got a little tear gas.
Like from the car? Or how?
Yes. Somebody did something and they just sprayed it out the...
While they were leaving from the car?
Yeah, from the car. They did it outside the car.
So they weren't like in... You didn't think they were in danger. They just did it?
They just did it from the car. Somebody else got tear sprayed too.
I hate to be annoying. What happened? What happened?
I was just following somebody.
What happened that resulted in this?
Somebody was talking to them, and then they might have hit the window. The officer sticked out his hand, and he sprayed him. So obviously the wind kind of got it towards my face. So.
You're never gonna change. She hates you, bro, just as much as she hates all of us. She's fucking racist. It's on you. It's on you, bro. Ve y bésale las nalgas a Trump, tu patrón, güey. Get the fuck out of here!
We are in Cicero, Illinois. Gregory Bovino is here. I have several shots of him.
Right here! You guys don't right here! You think other people don't belong here? Get the fuck out of here! To do what? To protect the street? Let her walk where she wants to fucking walk, man! You're a fucking What's your name? You got to stop brain. What's your last name? What's your fucking name? People, bro.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drive around. I didn't get my car from over here. It kind of parked close today. There we go. You need some help?
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Wait, stop. You gonna let her come by? You gonna let her come out? You gonna let her come out? No? Yes? Okay, come on. Not a problem. All right. Not a problem. So I'm gonna get you guys, give me about 15 minutes, or maybe 5 minutes.
Sure he's safe.
I'm gonna log back in and I'm gonna come back online. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the bell. I'll be back on. I'm just gonna drive around because I'm kind of on the curfew side. I'll see you guys in a second.
Fuck you, bitch! Fuck you! What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You'll never sleep again, you motherfucker! Fuck you, bitch! Fuck you!